All right, thanks, Leslie. Flint has a lot of history, and some of it is hidden, but you can actually uncover it now in author Gary Flynn's latest book. This is it, simply titled The Hidden History of Flint. Gary joins us this morning to talk about this new book, which is just out today, as I understand it.
Yes, it's out today. Barnes & Noble should have it in stock when they open up, and for those who live outside the area, it's also available online through the usual book online sources.
So I'm sure that the title gets everybody sort of thinking, so what kind of hidden history do we have here? What are you exposing, so to speak?
Well, for example, how the Flint water crisis had been a half-century in the making, dating back to the 1960s. And another hidden aspect was when the Marx Brothers, who were a very popular comedy group back in the early 1930s, there were 5 Marx Brothers total, but only 3 or 4 are popular. But there were 5, and all 5 appeared in what was believed to be the only time in Flint.
Now, without giving away too much, because obviously you want people to buy the book and read it, what is it about the Flint water crisis that dates so far back that it actually has hidden history?
Because there were plans for a water pipeline from Lake Huron to Flint, but a real estate profiteering scandal scuttled that project. We wound up buying water from Detroit instead.
Wow, interesting. The book sells for how much?
$21.99.
$21.99. I know you've got some signings and appearances coming up.
Yes, the book release party will be this Saturday from 1 to 3 at Totem Books.
That's July 8th, and on the 14th you will appear at the Flint Art Walk as well?
Yes, there are plans to have a book signing at Churchill's during the Art Walk.
Sounds good. Gary, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Good luck with the book. His first book, by the way, called Remembering Flint, Michigan, Stories from the Vehicle City. You can probably pick that one up as well. Gary, thank you. We'll talk to you some more in our next half hour.
Okay.
All right. We love talking about the weekend. Thanks, Leslie. You know, Flint has a lot of history. Some of it we know about, the birth of General Motors, Capitol Theater, the likes. A lot of that history, though, is hidden, but you can uncover it in this new book. It's by author Gary Flynn, out today, simply titled The Hidden History of Flint. Gary, good morning.
Good morning.
We appreciate you coming in to talk about this. Again, this book is available to everybody today. Tell everybody where they can pick it up.
At the Barnes & Noble at Genesee Valley. So they'll definitely have that today. As for those who live outside the area, you can go to the Barnes & Noble website or Amazon or other online book sources and be able to order it from there.
So if people pick this up and read it, what are they going to learn?
Well, they're going to learn that there were many stories about Flint that most people haven't heard about. For example, you mentioned the Capitol Theater. There was another theater downtown which was in Flint for several decades, which stood 60 years, the Palace Theater, which was built in 1917 and modernized in 1950. But the way the theater originally looked, John Everson, who also designed the Capitol Theater, was also the architect.
Now, the folks would hear the phrase playing the palace and think somebody's coming to do a concert at the Palace of Auburn Hills, south of here. You have a chapter called Playing the Palace. I'm sure it has nothing to do with that arena.
Exactly. The Palace Theater was a very well-known name for a theater. In fact, the Palace Theater on Broadway back in the early part of the 20th century was the top venue for vaudeville performers.
Ah, interesting. So we're running out of time here, but we want to remind everybody you have a kind of a launch party, a release party, if you will, coming up.
At Totem Books this Saturday from 1 to 3.
And another signing coming up on July 14th at the Flint Art Walk. Gary, thank you so much for coming, and good luck with this book. Looks like it would be a very interesting read.
Thank you, Mike.
All right. Appreciate you stopping by.